All right, transitioning now to on the market. With the way house prices have skyrocketed lately, have you ever gone online to see what your home is suddenly worth?
Yeah, those numbers tend to be so high, but are they accurate? Our expert realtor, Alexa Kebalo, is here to break it all down for us. Hey,
Hi,
Alexa.
Hey.
I've done this several times. I know people who do it all the time. They go, they plug it in, and they're like, bing! That's what my house is worth.
The Zestimate.
Yes.
So is it
real?
fiction or fact?
It is fiction.
Really?
Yes.
How far off are we?
So it depends, right? In states where they have like cookie cutter homes where there's like a development with like 1,000 of the same exact homes, there's, you know, the Z estimate, I don't want to say any competitors' names, but it can actually be pretty accurate.
Okay.
But where we live, there's so much variance in the housing stock.
Right.
So many different,
even neighborhood to neighborhood.
Exactly.
I mean, you drive through a neighborhood, there's like 4 different, 5 different, 6 different types of models.
Exactly. It's not very cookie cutter in Connecticut. So it is way off, way off.
And what about for the consumers that are out there? You know, if we're doing this, checking on housing prices, you sure as well bet your bottom dollar that the ones who want to buy some homes are going on and looking at that number as well. How much does that factor in to when you do list a house, even if it's inaccurate, right?
Yeah.
If it's not worth that, I would imagine they're still looking at that and comparing it what you're listing your house as.
Yes. So really what it comes down to is anytime I'm working with a buyer or seller, I set the expectations. We always bring up the fact that they've, of course, looked online, whether they're listing their home or they're buying, and I kind of share with them, listen, that's what this is saying, this estimate, but let's look at the facts. Let's take into consideration actual home sales in your neighborhood. We take into consideration, because it actually pulls from the town data, but sometimes the town data isn't accurate. So we take into consideration the accuracy of the information about your home, how many bedrooms, baths, square footage. Then we look at market trends. We put it all together to really give our clients, whether it's a buyer or a seller, an accurate picture of what their house is actually worth.
And doesn't it have a lot to do with the home's condition?
Absolutely.
I mean,
I'm so glad you brought that up.
you could be the worst house on the block, or you could be the best house on the block.
Yeah. Absolutely. And the condition, you know, online, they're not able to get into your home the way that an expert realtor is able to go through, look at the home, and compare the condition as well.
So in some situations, could that, you know, estimate that these real estate websites are giving, could they actually be under what your house is worth, possibly?
It absolutely depends, because sometimes people have made major improvements to their home.
Right.
Sometimes a massive addition. Of course, we'd hope that you'd be getting permitting at the town, right, so you don't have any issues in the future. But if that town data isn't accurate, let's say you did a massive addition of another 2 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, additional 1,000 square feet or something, maybe built a level up on a ranch or whatnot. If that's not reflected, then absolutely the estimate could be much lower than what's true.
All right, so they're not foolproof. That's
No, they're
the
not
bottom
foolproof.
line.
And in fact, I was speaking with some of my attorney friends. In the court of law, anytime that there's a divorce or an estate, they never will consider that online estimate as something to substantiate whatever the person's looking to achieve.
Oh, that's interesting.
So what would they do? Would they get an official appraisal?
Yep, so they either can get an official appraisal by a licensed appraiser or work with the licensed realtor to be able to determine what that value and that range of value could possibly be.
Okay. One more quick question. Those official appraisals, do those go back to the town?
No, so whoever purchases the appraisal, it's their property. Similar to when you're during an inspection process, the buyer or whoever's purchasing the inspection, it's their property, their report.
All right. You ever been to conspiracy?
I love conspiracy.
Okay, very good.
Espresso martinis for all.
There we go.
Happy holidays.
We're
Happy
awake.
holidays.
Merry Christmas. There's how you can get in touch with Alexa, Alexa@thecabalogroup.com, or 860-808-4125.
Cool.
Maybe she'll meet you over for a drink at Conspiracy.
Please, I'd love to give you a complimentary consult.
All right, coming up.